Hello, here's a video in which I, Nick, will show you the second part of the overview of my Lego Hero Factory MOC, Mr. Ultimate. So, where was I? Oh, by the way, if you haven't watched the first part yet, there will be a link in the description and probably a link on screen you can click right now. And otherwise you should just check out my channel and you will find Mr. Ultimate's overview part 1. So here I was. The build of the character. So it needs to be on Ultimate. So I went to check throughout the old generations of Hero Factory yet, and there I found a lot of different builds. So at first, if a character is a little bit too big or heavy, a little bit bigger or heavier than a $13 or euro set, it will immediately get friction adders, and if it isn't too heavy, it'll only get them on the hips. So I gave them on the hips, and I thought, what is the best upper leg armor for that? And I went through looking, and I saw the superheroes using the friction adders on the hips, and the Legend of Chima characters, the construction figures of them. And at last I chose to actually use these as armor for the upper legs. Why? Well, that's because they are just the pieces that at first they cover the whole part of here, and the Legend of Chima characters, the construction figures of Legend of Chima, will use these as upper leg armor. Use them as some kind of like pants, some kind of shorts. And that is an interesting concept, but according to the shape, it won't really work, because this is exactly the shape you will need to have him able to make all motions and still have the most coverage as possible, because it really fits into here. And I think that the designers also noticed that, and so this is just the ultimate standards, the best way to cover these friction adders on the hips. And then they all use this size of upper leg hinge joint bone piece in together with the friction adder, and that is because that will just give the exact right length for the upper leg. So I went down, and I think we all know why I use this part here. Well, why I use this part here, the 5 long armor shell, that is a question that will be immediately answered when I tell why I use these here. So I use these, and to explain why I use these, I first need to explain why I use these feet. So I use these feet because these are the most standard and really the best feet you can use on a character this big. There are more feet you can use, and currently the feet which can be used are I guess the XL feet from Storm XL, but it is not an XL, so I won't be using them. And you also got Pyrox's feet, or XT4's feet, or just those round Ben 10 feet. These can't also be used because these are too small, and come on, they are very specific. These are really standard normal feet, and those are more like hooves, or I don't know. And then you also got the clawed Piraka feet, and these will also not work. These only work. These are the ultimate for a monster-like character, but this is not a monster-like character. This is more a humanoid character. And then you maybe also got the feet used by Breeze from Breakout, or just the first generation of Hero Factory. And these feet we're also not use it because they are less specific than cloud feet and stuff like that. But this is more the real 2.0 ultra bot foot. That is the most standard. So I used these. And then on the bed, on the lower legs, I put on these square shells, like they're called. And that was my neck 2 times. And these square shells are just, at first I thought I need to use them somewhere because they're really basic kind of armor, really a cool design, and they are used for 2 kinds of places. High impact shoulder armor, they can be used as then you put them on the shoulder, but these are more shoulder like. These are round, and round shoulders work out better. And they can also be used, they are actually the only parts that can be used on the lower legs. There are also some more parts, but these can be used together with the feet. Or there will be knee adaptations and not really lower leg adaptations. And, well, here is a little square opening, a little rectangle. I can't clearly show on the camera because I don't have that good of a quality of camera. But here you can see it a little bit. And then in here the little pack holes, or I don't know what, but these little holes here, the round thing that is around them, a rectangular round thing, perfectly fits into here. And you can see it is actually made for this, and it is also used like this in 2 official sets, 3 official sets, Voltix, Bulk, and Core Hunter, and I got mine of Core Hunter. So immediately in the series it was introduced, it was used like that. Well, just 3 times, and that is a lot. And so I really think these pieces were meant for that, and these are just the best pieces you can use to add covering or armor there. So that is why I used these on the lower legs. So now I'll explain about the legs. Now let's go to the arms. So as I told you already, these are the round shells, and they are just the perfect fit for onto the shoulders. I mean, there is not any better kind of armor you can just use there. I mean, come on, these are just meant to be shoulder armor. They are actually used a lot of shoulder armor. I think only Split Face uses him on different faces, but he got some reasons for that. And then the length of the arms. These are, here there is a standard sizing joint of 5 long, and here's a 6 long ball joint bone piece. And well, why I choose this length, that was particularly because this has the most motion in it after you put on the arm pieces, and this is the best overall length for the arm. And just like how the legs are done, the lower legs are a little bit taller or longer than the upper legs, just like the forearms a little bit longer than the upper arms. So that fits the best. And then I decided to put on these 4 long shells on anywhere on the arms where I could, just because these are really just kinda a bit most neutral to use there. I mean, Stormer from the Brain Attack uses them here, and here I needed to put, I couldn't put a 5 long shell because then the round shells would be too high. So I chose the biggest armor shells I could still use, and those were the 4 long armor shells, and I really guessed this is just the ultimate way to putting on there. And then on normal hands, I mean, these hands are really made to be used like hands, so these are just the ultimate hands, the ultimate hand design. You can use claws, you can use a lot of different stuff, but this is just, you can also use these paws from the 3.0 line, but this is just the best, really the hand. On this hand, and on this side, I didn't put lower forearm armor because it didn't fit anymore with the rest of the design of the weapon, but that I will tell you about that weapon later on. And then we are to the torso. So the ultimate chest piece was, of course, the super chest, like it is called, this part. I mean, I think everyone watching this video immediately you understands why I use it, this super chest armor piece as an ultimate one. I mean, just because you can also use a hero core, but if you don't think about the Hero Factory team, or the really specific Hero Factory team, you wouldn't use want to sacrifice some ultimate stuff to use a hero core. So I didn't use a hero core, and it is a villain because of that. May also be an ally of the Hero Factory, but that's not important as long as it is Mr. Ultimate. And so I used this piece, and there's one more chest piece. That is the one of Stormer, XL, and Hulk, and G. Gordon. But it is not an XL or any kind of wide-chested dude, so he just uses this piece. And then it is attached onto the chest piece of Traildozer. And why did I do that? Well, that is really because this thing perfectly fits onto the chest piece of Traildozer. It is fully legal, and it fits even better than on a normal torso shell. So I think the designers of Hero Factory really meant this to be the ultimate use of this piece, and this piece is the ultimate way to make an ultimate. So I made him an ultimate by using these ultimate pieces, and it really perfectly fits onto there. And then you also got fully shoulder covering. Sometimes you guys, I don't know, you guys watching this, but some mockers put on a normal normal torso shell, and then onto the ball joints on the shoulders they put 3 long armor shells, and that is an illegal trick because you push the torso shell to the front, and that is really not something I like to do, illegal trick. But this way you can cover the shoulders. The other way, a thing that is not that great is that it is not covered here, if you look in here. But that is always like that, I guess, so it isn't really that kind of a big deal. And then here is a 6 long armor shell. Why is 6 long? Well, that was the best way to get all of the motion in here, and it perfectly fits the ball joint here, so it is not too long, not too short. It is really the perfect way. I mean, a little bit longer and you would lack motion here, a little bit shorter and the ball joint will exposed. So the 6 long armor shell really fits here, and I really think that it was meant to be used here. I mean, Drilldozer uses something else, but Drilldozer wasn't meant to be an ultimate, and Drilldozer used that as a little bit of personality. It also makes his legs look shorter, and that is kind of part of his personality. So now I only need to talk about the weapons and the jetpack and the hats. So I will do that in part number 3, as I don't want my videos to be too long. I may think that you guys have experienced my videos to be a little bit too long, so I don't want them to be anymore. But this one needs to have a lot of talking about him, so it is a 3-parter right now, going to be. So this is part 2, and just please don't forget to watch part 3. Sorry, but I don't want to make part 2 very much longer than part 1. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to subscribe, please. And when I see you again soon, you will see the part 3 of this MOC. And that is also the reason to subscribe, to see me again soon and to watch part 3. And to watch other videos which are about Hero Factory MOCs, Bionicle MOCs, other Lego related stuff, some animations and some Pokemon stuff, which are still necessary to be coming up. But then that is it. Well, bye.